Are you worried that you're not part of perfection or that you're not perfect? See, there are people who think that creation is perfection, and at the same time, they kind of think that they have to be part of creation to be perfect. I've heard this a bit more recently. I didn't know this kind of belief actually existed. But there are the usual people who, they want to be straight up perfect. See, what is perfection? That is the question that you must ask yourself. See, perfection is, as most people think in their in the illusion of pain that they live, in their pain and illusions that they live, better said, they think that perfection is the embodiment of all good things and that's it, right? There's nothing bad about something in order for it to be perfect. See, this is something that only can function on a sensorial standpoint for us. Like if you smoke or if you do drugs or anything that makes you feel super good, well, they were engineered specifically to make you feel so, right? And in making you feel so, they also program you to believe the idea that there is nothing bad about them, right? If they make you feel that good, obviously there can't be anything bad about them, right? Well, until you read the notes, right? And you see what substances and chemicals they have in them. And well, if you have enough patience to actually do some research. So if we are to move a bit further, see, perfection is, as of what I've seen it in reality function, perfection is let's say, a very harmonious or the most harmonious blend in between positives and negatives. Because everything in this universe lives in a correlation. If something is good, it also has something bad. If something is bad, it also has something good. It may not be necessarily and specifically and fully for you, but ultimately it has these both sides, right? Because every action also has reaction. And we live in a world of duality. There's a cute doggy in here. Doggo. I don't know what they're looking. Probably they're looking for a snack. No. Yeah, ain't you cutie. And see, the point is, when it comes to perfection, see, a lot of people seek perfection. Well, they call themselves perfectionists because of abandonment issues, feeling alone, and feeling the fact that they're not worthy of other people's attention. So it's nothing else but that, unfortunately. Why? Because when people feel abandoned, they feel a need to overwork themselves, to do so much more just to prove that they're worthy of attention and that they can actually um, earn, the attention. And well, it's not about attention. It's more like they seek recognition. Recognition is far more important in a way because recognition is specific attention that people need. Attention is not hard to draw, right? You can simply go to Reddit and type something toxic. Oh, you'll get all sorts of attention if you want so. Or, there are ways in which we can attract positive and negative attention, let's say. But the point is, recognition is so much harder from a certain standpoint, right? You can work yourself as much as possible, but recognition doesn't necessarily come, right? So recognition is something that a lot of people suffer from because not having it, we're social beings, they feel that their worth is not enough and they need, right? Everyone needs to feel loved and appreciated. If this planet truly has 8 billion humans on it, well, I wonder why people actually feel so alone. Because in a world with 8 billion people, no one should actually feel alone, right? Perfectionism is seeking nothing because you are part of creation, right? Creation is perfect. You are part of creation. You are perfect the way you have been designed. It's just that misery functions in the sense that whatever you do, it's never good enough, right? That is the greatest illusion and the greatest pillar of misery because whatever you do, it's not good enough and you have a lot of people around you. They may be family, they may be whatever, right? They simply will tell you constantly that you're not good enough and, well, the only thing they want from you is to be equally miserable. or theoretically and practically even more miserable than you, because, well, that's how they can feel reconciled. If others are more miserable than them, well, that's a good thing, because they can feel a bit soothed by the fact that they're no longer the most miserable. It is different texts, different social ideas that, make people believe that, you know, they can only they can only gain access to divinity through other people, right? Some religions actually do that. If you go to a church, you need someone else, right? Like a priest, a preacher, to connect you to so-called divinity. Why would I need that when, honestly, the very simple point is, well, I'm already part of creation, right? And I'm connected with it. Ignorance makes you feel disconnected, but a lot of people nowadays are telling you don't disconnect from divinity. No, you're never capable of disconnecting from divinity. Don't fall into these illusions of a lot of bozos. You simply cannot disconnect yourself from religion. The only important thing is this: religion and religion is a way through which you can see life. It is a philosophy. Philosophies can be right, can be wrong. It is a way in which you see life. It's not necessarily true or false, but it is a way through which you see life. It is piece of meaning. It can always be correct, it can always be wrong, but even if it is wrong, it can sound correct. That is a problem with most philosophies anyways. When it comes to creation itself, there are thousands of forces that led to this universe's creation, right? So the simple point is, you don't need to believe in one single entity. Sure, if that is the path you wish to follow, feel free to do so. I'm not here to tell people that it is wrong or anything. But whatever creation you may portray it as, you're always going to be a part of it. You're always going to be perfection no matter what. Because you are created to be perfect, but this world excels at making you look outside and compare you with people who are much better, skillfully speaking, at you. So you will think that if you don't have those people's skills, you're simply a nothing, right? Similarly, if you look, religion tells you that you need someone else to access divinity, right? Why would I need someone else, right? Just because a bozo does 6 years of a faculty and then they get touched by a priest and they go through a small ritual, suddenly they are they are holier than me. Well, I'm not so sure though, but well, people are free to believe what they want. I've seen priests brag about their titles and such as if they are more superior to others just because they are what they think they are, right? It is just everyone's little psychiatry. You are part of perfection, you are perfection. You've been given talents and gifts, but society excels at making you look outside. Because the moment you look inside and you see that you have certain gifts, you'll start asking questions. When you start asking questions, changes may happen, or you may want to do changes regarding you. A society doesn't want that because you're suddenly going to want to become a wolf. Even school systems, they weren't made to raise wolves, right? They were made to raise sheep, right? Sheep all stand in line going in the same way that every other sheep goes. And it's only, all those ways that the sheep follow, well, it's only the slaughterhouse where they end, right? So this being said, hopefully this video raised a bit of awareness. You're appreciated, take care, enjoy life, and this being said, Ferenc Board signing out.